Go fish.
In shaking up more than drink.
I love it. All right, as soon as we get live here on YouTube, I'm going to get started. Okay, here it is. BDM, Becoming a Digital Master 105, Artificial Intelligence for Realtors. Let's go ahead and get started. What is the purpose of this class? You know, AI, it's a buzzword out there. People continue to talk about AI all the time. But what does this do for me? If I'm a realtor, what is this going to do? And then the second thing, oh, I'm scared to death. AI is going to replace realtors. You know, we're going to not be needed anymore. Well, if Zillow had their way, yes, but let me tell you something, they're not going to have their way. It's not going to happen. And artificial intelligence is not replacing realtors. However, artificial intelligence is replacing disorganized realtors, and there's a lot of them out there. Slow realtors, average marketers, and agents who refuse to adapt, which there are plenty of. Most of this industry are full of people that I like to call them dinosaurs. They're people that are still living in the 1980s or 90s and refuse to adapt. Every day that goes by, this business, yes, they've got great referral business. Yes, they're still making a lot of money, but this business is getting harder and harder and harder for them. And I know agents like this, and I watch them struggle. So the importance of this class is to teach you how to learn how to market faster, prospect smarter, write better, and most importantly, convert more business. We're going to talk about automating systems. We're going to talk about how to save you 10 to 20 hours a week. And we're going to learn how AI is the leverage to do just that. What's that noise? All right. So what is artificial intelligence? It's software that helps you write things, design things, graphics, pictures, you name it. It analyzes things. It automates things, predicts certain things, and communicates for you. AI allows you to scale yourself, multiply your output, improve the quality of what you do put out there, and operate like you have a team of people working for you. So the artificial intelligence mind shift set, the do's and the don'ts. Don't use AI to be lazy. It's hard for me to believe that I had to put this in here into a PowerPoint. But as I was writing this, I was like, yeah, I do. Because there are people that will just try to like let AI do it, not even proofread what's written, not care, not whatever, and just throw it out there. Don't use AI to avoid learning. I don't need to learn that. I'll just ask AI when I need the answer. No, because guess what? Sooner or later, somebody's going to meet you on the street face to face and ask you a question that you're not going to be able to go and ask ChatGPT or whoever you use for your AI. Replace skill development. Same thing of avoiding learning. You still need to learn things, guys. You still need to understand these things because at the end of the day, everything that you put out, even whether you wrote it or AI did it for you or whatever else, you need to read it first, proofread it, and be skilled at it and be able to speak to it. What should you use AI for? To increase your productivity, to improve your consistency, to enhance your marketing, to scale prospecting, and to multiply content. AI should support your systems. If you don't know what those systems are, check out Business Planning Success 101 in our Step Ahead Bootcamp series where we talk about these things. What about using AI for marketing? What about for listings? What can AI do for you for listings? It can help you create descriptions. Now, one of the things I'll tell you is you can put in an address of a property and ask for a description, and AI is pretty darn good. But again, you need to be paying attention. If this house just had a new roof put on, a new air conditioner put on, new flooring, new kitchen, new whatever, AI is not going to know that. So you have to say, put in a description for 123 Main Street. It has a new roof, just put in 2025. It has a new air conditioner, put in 2024. You need to write these things out before you hit that button to have them write it. You also need to come back and proofread. I just had a property where ChatGPT did a gorgeous description for me. In fact, I sold the property inside of 3 weeks, and the description, I think, was part of the great thing, but it had the wrong number of bedrooms. Why? I don't know, but it did. You got to proofread. Luxury descriptions. I've never sold a luxury house. Well, guess what? They're written differently if you ever go into the luxury division and see those properties. Let ChatGPT or your AI help you write it. Social media posts. I use this all the time now for social media posts. Not always, but when I'm not sure exactly how I want to word things, just pop it in there. One thing I will tell you, AI loves emojis. And up to about 6 months to a year ago, so did people. They saw, oh, look at those cool emojis, and it grabbed people's eye. Now, when people see a bunch of emojis, what do they think? That was written by AI. I'm not going to bother reading it. My advice right now is don't use any emojis, or one at best. We'll see how that changes down the road. That's just today. Open house posts. I just created a flyer for an open house that I did. And I wrote most of it myself, but I used ChatGPT to kind of spruce up what I wrote. Video scripts. When I started video scripts of properties, again, I'll tell it what I want it to say, but then I'll have them write it out. When you have other scripts that you've written, put them into your library so it'll know your voice patterns and how you write, and it'll make it sound like you wrote it. Email campaigns. I can't even tell you how many hours through the years writing email campaigns. Now with ChatGPT, you say, can you give me whatever, and you have them in seconds. I mean, something that took me 8 hours sometimes, I have a 3-year email campaign that's put together to recruit realtors. I wanted to tweak it. It tweaked it in seconds. Just listed mailers, neighborhood announcements, all these things AI can help you with in seconds. What about your listing conversations? What about AI and listing conversations? Well, I put here the perfect pairing. Use AI before you go to a listing conversation. It will help you create pre-listing packet drafts, seller net sheets. It'll explain them. Market condition scripts to tell you what's going on in the market. Objection handling practice. All things you can use before going on a listing conversation to save you time and get you prepared. It supports the listing conversation process. AI helps you, we talk about our REAL, right? Rapport, engage, advise, list. Well, I give you 4 a little bit different here, but the same thing. Engage. We want to get rapport and engage with the people. It's going to give you things to talk about. It's going to provide that advice that we use and engage. It's going to provide that advice, when you advise somebody of your marketing plan. Oh, if you add these things into ChatGPT of what you do, it will give it back to you in such a way that you'll be able to put it out and communicate it more clearly. And of course, most importantly, help you get the listing. What about general video marketing? We want to all make videos that engage people, right? What people are making a fortune right now on social media just by creating videos. Well, we want to create videos that are going to engage people who want to buy or sell real estate. So AI can help you write listing script videos, YouTube titles, YouTube descriptions, YouTube tags, YouTube categories, descriptions for the categories. You need to be using your AI for all of this. It will help you generate short form hooks. If you don't know what short form hooks are, you need to come to Digital Mastery where we talk about these. Helps you write captions. In fact, tomorrow we're going to do short form hooks. Can somebody remind me? Can you remind me tomorrow? That's going to be our topic tomorrow. Short form hooks. Writing captions. If you, I use an AI software company that actually does this all for me. Create real scripts and turn blog posts into scripts. Why do all that work yourself? This will do this immediately for you. It will help you create a long video. From that long video, 5 short clips, 3 quote graphics, an email, and 4 social media posts, all from one prompt. One prompt, you can have all those things done for you. What's going to take you time? Posting them all. Hey, is that so bad? Farming. How does AI work in farming? You need to integrate AI, integrate yourself into your farm. And how do you do that? You let AI help. AI can create neighborhood reports for you. You know, we've spent all this time putting these reports together in the past and things like that. AI can do it in seconds. Write farming postcards. Draft market update emails. Generate door knocking scripts. What am I going to say if somebody comes out when I'm dropping something off at their house, or if I knock on their door? And my favorite one, which we talk about all the time in Digital Mastery, create hyper local blog posts. Guys, you want to write stuff that's going to get you in the search engines and get you moving up, and get people interested that, with content that you wrote on a social media page. Do you have time to write a 3 to 5 paragraph review of every place you go? You might, and you should for certain places, but sometimes you're better off just letting AI do it. AI will support your farming strategy. And if you need to learn more about farming strategy and our Step Ahead Boot Camp program, I recommend that you take Farming for Realtors. The other nice thing with AI is it creates consistency. One thing you can do is you can tell AI, you can give it prompts. Every Monday, give me a homeowner's tip blog post, and it'll create it for you. And all you have to do is put it on your blog. What about your branding? How important is it to create a clear message? We just got talking about the art of self-promotion in another class we had before this today. And we talked about how important it is to have that clear message. Well, AI can be used to help you define what your value proposition is. We talked for a couple of minutes in the last class, about having a mission statement. Have it help you write a mission statement. Help it define your niche. Who are you in this business? Who do you want to be in this business? Your brand voice. Who are you? Again, what's the voice that's going out that people are going to recognize as you? Your social media bio. Do you even have a bio? Or do you have, I taught this the first week for anybody who took boot camp, which is the class that's the prerequisite for these classes, or I should say the series that's the prerequisite for this series. And one of the things I always tell you is most people, if you go on, what's it going to say? Tampa Bay's best realtor, and that's their bio. Tampa Bay's #1 realtor, that's their bio. Well, you can't have 75 people with the same saying the #1 realtor. And what do those things tell you? They tell you nothing. You want a well-written bio. Have AI help you write it. Put in the sample one I gave you, the 5 paragraph one, and ask it to customize it around you. It'll do it in moments. And I already said your mission statement. Remember that clear branding equals easier prospecting. When people know who you are from your brand, it becomes way easier to convince them to use you. What about prospecting scripts? What I always tell you, there's three things that make somebody successful in real estate. You have to be willing to work. I can't help you with that. It's got to come from within. But what I can help you with is teaching you to learn to say the right things. That's why we have script conversation mastery, 3-4 days a week in here. That's why we have why we give you script after script after script. Well, guess what? I'm gonna, if you guys have taken my class, you've got a binder, 2 inches thick of scripts and programs and whatever. But you may want something different. You might want an alternative. You might want something that is very unique for your situation. Well, guess what? AI can generate scripts for sale by owners, expired listings, for circle prospecting, calling your sphere of influence, calling after an open house to follow up, and to get past clients reactivated, get them back and going again. What's the beauty of each of these? You can put in the specifics about the FSBO you're calling, or the expired listings, or the circle, or whatever, the circle prospecting, specifics about the neighborhood, and it will write stuff specific for that situation for you. This, using AI, will support your prospecting system. If you've not taken our Prospecting for Success series, get in here and take it. It will teach you all these things, and you can use this AI. You'll be able to add this training today to be able to activate what you've learned in those classes. What about objection handling? We're coming up, I believe next week, we're coming up in our Step Ahead Bootcamp class. We're going to go through our objection handling. In fact, I believe we're also going through that in this class because we try to do those together. Reason we try to do those together is because it's basically the same class. So we'll talk about that coming forward. But overcoming objections, I put objective there, I meant objections. Overcoming objections will help you close much more business than if you can't overcome objections. So ask AI. Give me 20 objections sellers give in strong responses. Ask AI. I got stumped on the phone by this objection. How would I overcome it? Ask AI anything with this. And then you can practice. You can practice overcoming commission objections, pricing objections. Hey, well, we're going to interview 3 agents. How do you overcome that? We want to be a FSBO and try it ourselves. Whatever it is that you come up against, let AI help you handle these objections. Learn what it says. Implement it. Every time you get an objection, I say this all the time, and that's what our new Fridays, beginning a week from Friday the 13th, was start date. How about that? Friday the 13th, we're going to have our class again, our morning grind. And I always tell people, when you get hit with an objection that you can't solve, bring it to us. Well, now I'm telling you, bring it to us, but also bring it to your AI. And let's hear what we have to say. Let's hear what AI has to say, and let's come up with the best solution. Because when you get hit with an objection, you bring it to us. That's one of my guarantees. You'll never lose to that objection again. We're going to make sure you get stronger and better. And that's what it's all about. Stronger and better, stronger and better. Imagine in a year you get 5 objections that people hit you on, especially ones that are more common. And we teach you how to overcome those 5. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be stronger and better. AI can be your script partner. What about your sphere of influence? How can AI help your sphere of influence? Well, AI can write birthday texts, anniversary messages, quarterly check-ins, and draft client appreciation event invites. It supports 4 contacts per year model. I always tell you guys, for everybody in your sphere, you want to be in touch with them 4 times a year, right? You can have it do that, where it tells you the different things that you should talk about on each of the calls. Remember that consistency with your sphere, staying in touch with them and staying top of mind using anchoring techniques that we've taught, creates referrals. Use AI to ensure that you are top of mind with all of your sphere of influence. And of course, off the subject, continue to build your sphere of influence every day. What do I always say? You went to bed today, you had 3 closings, 4 listing appointments, 2 new buyers, but didn't add somebody to your CRM, you should go to bed with a pit in your stomach like you didn't do your job. What about your follow-up systems? I have to tell you guys something. 12 years now, I've owned brokerages. I've been in this business. And the biggest thing I've seen from realtors, the best realtors are the worst people for following up. It's something in the personalities, it's something in the behavior traits. And I've studied both. But there's something in there that realtors tend not to be good with follow-up. I want you to be different. This will make you a top 10% realtor, just probably following up just that one thing in itself. Because consistent, systematic follow-up equals more business. So how can AI help you? It can create 12-month drip campaigns, buyer follow-up scripts, and you put them in your calendar and you know exactly when to call somebody. Seller nurturing emails, getting people that, potentially at some point may sell, but maybe aren't ready today. How do you keep top of mind until they're ready? Pre-engagement sequences, telling you when to call them and what to say. Follow-up is such the key to success in real estate, and nobody does it. If you've taken my other classes, you've seen that statistical sheet that I put up about how many people follow up more than once, and it's like only 48 or only 50 or 48% of people don't make one call and stop. That means only 52% make 2 calls, but then it drops. It's down to 25% after 3 calls. You be different, and AI can help you with that because it's going to schedule it out. It's not going to be any guesswork. It's going to tell you, call them today, call them 2 days after, call them 4 days after. It's going to tell you exactly when to do it and what to say. AI ensures that nothing, or I really should put no one, falls through the cracks. What about buyer systems, streamlining for the buyer's process? We talk about this in Working with the Buyers for Success series, about we don't want to waste time with buyers. Remember, we work with sellers, we play with buyers. Well, AI can help create buyer needs analysis forms. Create them, send them out. You don't spend 3 days trying to write them and get them right. I've had agents that have done that. You don't need to do that anymore. Draft buyer consultation scripts so you know exactly what to say. Explain financing options. Create offer explanation emails. This is why we're making this offer. I hope you're doing that when you put an offer in, especially if it's not a full price one. Anything in the buyer process can be supported by AI. Start using it. Saves time. AI offer strategy. Make the right offer every time. House is listed for $400,000. It's telling me that houses are selling for 3% under listing price right now, but I'm not sure this house was actually priced right in the first place. Stop it. Let AI analyze the comps. It will tell you what this should go to. It'll calculate the offer percentages based off of what the real price of the house should be. It'll draft an offer summary sheet, create an appraisal gaps explanation if there happens to be one. It can do all of these things for you. Why are you sitting there doing all this work and all this math anymore? AI will do it for you. Just give it the prompts. Use AI for logic, not for emotion. What do I always teach you guys when pricing a house for a listing? Take emotion out of it. Well, it's the same thing with a buyer. Take emotion out of it. It's a simple math question, and AI is going to give you the analysis of exactly what that house is worth. Now we're getting to stuff that's a little more fun, right? Content and social media. Systematic, relevant content increases your search engine, or increases your search engine. Does increase your search engine, but it also increases your SOI, makes your sphere of influence bigger, and turns them into clients. AI should be used as a content machine. One of the things I use AI for every week on my blog is for events. What events are happening in the Tampa Bay area? I do one for each of the 4 counties. Why do I do 4? because it only takes me a couple seconds because AI does all the work. So this is what's happening in Hillsborough County. This is what's happening in Pinellas. This is what happened in Pasco and what's happening in Hernando. And it writes that blog post. It's got all kinds of search engine terms in it. Pops them out. It goes out on all my social media. People look forward to wanting to know what's happening over the weekend. It's why I put mine out on Wednesdays. So they have it ahead of time so they can plan their weekends. I always do mine I put it out on Wednesday, but my events start on Thursday and go through the following Wednesday. My idea, you guys do what you want. I'm just giving you something that works for me. AI can create 30 days of content in less than an hour. It used to be an hour, it's less than an hour now, and I only wrote this a couple weeks ago. They've already sped some of this stuff up. Weekly marketing updates, market updates. You should be doing a video with this, but it'll actually create a video for you if you wanted it to, and it'll give you the market update of exactly what to say. You can get it to create graphs for you. You can do anything, all those types of things. Local business spotlights. We talk about this all the time. You know, the more you promote other local businesses, guess what happens? People are going to promote you. Educational posts. I do recipes. My recipe blogs take thousands of hits, especially around the holidays and the Super Bowl, because people want to cook the stuff I have on there. Educational posts, homeowners tips, preparing your house for sale. You name it. Educational posts about other things that have nothing to do with real estate. Let AI work with AI and create these things. These are going to give you blog posts, guys, that only take seconds to post, right? And they're going to give you search engine relevancy and content to share on your social media sites, which are going to draw people, by the way, when they click the link, back to your website. And your website, if you're using our Moxie ones, have landing pages. You're going to collect people's information. If you use what we'll teach in Digital Mastery, how to put cookies on there, you'll be able to do retargeting advertising to these people from using these posts. There's so many good things that can happen from this. We want you doing this. Frequently asked question videos. People have questions about buying or selling. I'm a first-time home buyer. Let's do some frequently asked questions on that. It'll write the questions and answers for you. So you can, you can say, we received this question. You don't tell them it came from AI. They'll create it for you or whatever. They don't need to know. That's right. Consistency builds brand authority, guys. And AI will give you consistent content in social media that doesn't take you hours or take you away from your real job, which is being on the phone, calling for sale by owners, calling your sphere of influence, calling expired listings, calling your farm, just listed, just sold, and all the other things that you should be spending 3 hours a day doing every day, 5 days a week. Artificial intelligence gives you local authority. You need to be the digital mayor of your town. You need to be the real estate mayor of your town, to be honest with you. I always say this, you should be shaking hands and kissing babies. So ask AI questions like this. Can you give me 20 blog ideas for Safety Harbor homeowners? It's going to give you a whole series of things that you put together and then have them write them. You should create neighborhood pages. If you go on my website, gulfpalmhomes.com, there are, I believe, 82 towns in the 4 counties that our office oversees. I have a page for every town. I'm working very slowly. I need to get back on this. I'm working very slowly on having a video tour of the town narrated by me. I have a blurb about each town. Tells the history, tells a little bit about this, that, life there, this, that, whatever, and it follows it with real estate. Do you know what that does for my search engine relevancy? You should see the hits when I go in and look at the statistics. Somebody looked up some town that I've never even been to, Massarak Town. You ever heard of Massarak Town? News anybody else? It's a little town up in Hernando County. It's inland that I've never, like past Brooksville and whatever. Little town founded by a bunch of people from Czechoslovakia. Huge Czechoslovakia population. Anyway, long story short, I have people that will look up that town. My page comes up top of the thing because there's nothing else about that town. Right. Use this, guys. So neighborhood pages. Highlight the schools. Have something about the schools in there. When people look to move, if they have kids, guess what? The number one thing they're worried about is the schools. So have stuff about the schools. Local restaurant features. I write stuff about restaurants. I do videos, short videos with the blog post about videos about restaurants. You should see the hits I get from those. Event roundups. What's going on? If you know, if you're in an area like here, we've got entertainment every weekend. We have festivals every weekend. We've got First Friday. We got Second Saturday. We've got you name it, Fourth Friday, and everywhere else. Have them on there. Use AI and dominate what we call being hyper local. In other words, you are the one that knows everything happening on your block, on your very local community. What about email marketing? Cutting edge content. You know, we used to brag, and you know, there's a bunch of companies out there that do it. Um, you know, CRMs that do it, but CRMs that create follow-up plans for you. Century 21 brags about it because our training team has put together, if you go into Moxie, variety of follow-up content. The problem with the follow-up content, does it work? Yeah. Is it kind of generic? Yeah, because when Century 21 writes it, they're writing it for a guy in Seattle and a guy in Tampa. It's not the same. Or Boston or St. Louis. Here, you can let AI do it for you. AI can write your weekly newsletter or monthly newsletter, depending on how often you want to send it. Market update emails, listing announcements, just sold emails, value-driven education emails, so much more. Stay in front of your database by sending emails that people want to open. Not something boring that comes every week or looks exactly the same. AI will mix it up and give you captivating titles. Say, create a blog post and write a title that people will open. Believe it or not, AI knows how to do that, guys. It's all about knowing the prompts. What about operations? This isn't for most of you, but I'm going to go quick here. I'm sorry. No, this one is for most of you. It's the next one. It's not for most of you. But AI for time management. If you've taken our BPS 101, and I'm going to redo that because we really kind of sloughed through the time management because we run out of time. I'm going to do a time management for realtors training that I'm going to add probably to this curriculum. But AI can help you plan your day. It can create power hour scripts. So you're going to call a certain group of people. Here's what you're going to say today. It's going to help you prioritize tasks. It's going to help you build systems and automate reminders. You need to use your time wisely. Let AI help you do it. So you're ensuring, guys, again, what's the most important part of your day? 3 hours a day of prospecting, being face to face, ear to ear, meaning on the phone or texting, messaging people that are potential or already your real estate clients. Transaction management. Now we've got a great system. I know some of our states aren't using what we use here, but we use Dotloop, and Dotloop is very good for this. But there are other administrative duties that I've taught you guys in that time management class that we just talked about. And when we do the more advanced one, I'm going to really go into it with you. That you should not be spending more than an hour a day on returning calls to mortgage reps, creating marketing pieces, creating all the stuff we're talking about here with AI, returning emails, returning phone calls. Hour a day. If you really have a busy day, 2 hours tops. Most realtors spend 5-6 hours a day doing this. And then what do? I'm too tired. I don't have time. I don't have this. And they don't prospect. And that's where they end up out of this business. They end up not making money. I want you spending your time face to face, ear to ear, texting, messaging clients. That's where you spend your time. You need to save time on all this transaction management stuff. Let AI help you. Help it to create checklist templates, draft inspection responses, write repair addendums and explanations, draft what happens next emails. All of these things and many more. These are just examples I'm giving you that AI can do that's going to reduce time and reduce stress going through the process. This is the one I was saying that, again, most of you are not on a team, but if you ever decide that you want to create a team, teams can thrive using AI. Most of you got into this business to be realtors, never thinking I'm going to be overseeing people, have to have job descriptions, have to have all these different things. So let AI organize your team. Let AI create the job description, write your onboarding manuals, create training outlines, and build SOPs, standard operating procedures. AI helps you scale all these things down so you don't have to do them. It gives you the insight of doing it like an expert. So if you ever want to do a team, use AI for your team. Some advanced AI uses. How about for data analysis? AI can analyze market trends. Why does that help? Well, it's going to let you know where the market is. It's also going to let you know where people are more likely to be wanting to sell or wanting to move to. You can identify prospects by using market trends. Predict seasonal shifts. Right? We know in August in Florida, we don't sell a lot. We don't pick up a lot of new clients. A lot of times we'll have closings from stuff we did in June, but yeah. Compare neighborhoods. Where should I be spending my time? What's a better neighborhood? Well, if I'm going to start a farm and mailing to a neighborhood, should I do this neighborhood or that neighborhood? Let AI pick it out for you. They can tell you who's mailing there. It's amazing what AI knows and which one is the better one. There's a better turnover rate in neighborhood A than B. It can help you evaluate price per square foot patterns. You can get a lot more house per square foot a mile down the road than you can when you're up here. You think that's something your client might want to hear, especially one that might be a little budget conscious? Using AI for data makes you market intelligent, and you want to be market intelligent. So when you're out, the more you do this and the more you learn these things, and again, this is why you don't be lazy, what we talked about early on, why you read what it says and suck it in. So when you're standing there in the grocery store and you say, yeah, well, I know, but way more bang for your buck by going into neighborhood X than going into neighborhood Y. How about chat boxes? Anybody use chat boxes? Am I the only one? All right. AI will respond to your clients immediately when you use chat boxes. AI can answer frequently ask questions on your website. It can pre-qualify buyer inquiries for you. It can respond to Facebook messages, and it can capture leads automatically. It gives you 24/7 digital prospecting. That's probably another one that we should do down the road we will do down the road in digital mastery. We're going to set up chat boxes for you. I haven't done that training in probably about 9 months, so we're due to do that again in digital mastery. What about image and graphic creation? Create stunning images and graphics, guys. All you have to do is tell your AI exactly what you want. And don't be afraid to say, no, can you change this, change this, change this? I've done graphics with AI where I've made 10, 12, 15 tweaks. You're not hurting anybody's feelings. It's a computer, guys. It's not a human. Seems human sometimes. Almost seems like it's your friend. I mean, that's the way it's working with. It's like your colleague, really, right? It's not. Images. I need an image of blah, blah, blah. The background that you see on my Zoom here, created by AI. AI can create listing graphics, social quotes, infographics, market stat visuals, which I love. Again, you want to put a pie chart up or a whatever, some type of chart up, let it make it for you. It can make any and all of these things and so much more. The only thing that's holding back your AI is your imagination of what you can ask for. You don't need a graphic designer. Let AI do it. And again, just always double check it. Sometimes there's a small word or something, there's a spelling error. Got to double check it. Here's something that most of us don't do well at all. And that is we write this great article, blog post, review, whatever. and it goes out there and it sits. And again, people find it in the search if it's on your blog or whatever else. But we want to repurpose our content. We want to use it for other things. And there's ways to do this. So save time and recycle good content. You can turn a one video into a blog post, an email, multiple reels, shorts, multiple shorts, captions, carousels. Make it a lead magnet. Use your good content. And when you do this, you reinforce your message. So you put this really great video out. Okay, good for you. What didn't you do? You didn't hit people over and over and over with it, right? We're talking about the anchoring technique where you hit people again and again and again. So people just got done spending millions of dollars on a Super Bowl ad. Do you think they only played it the one time? Or do they have a campaign where those ads are still playing now, what's it, 3-4 weeks after the Super Bowl, right? To ingrain their message in your head. Use AI to repurpose your content and tell you when to post it and whatever else in all these different forms to take that good content that you've made, which is going to save you time to reuse it, but also it's going to reinforce your message. So one good idea can give you, just from my examples, 10 business assets. So now here comes the heavy. I got to do it though. Risks and ethics. What not to do with AI. Never copy a competitor's content. Pretty simple. What's not simple, and I've had people do this, and it's not a good thing to do, use fake testimonials. Nobody at work for me, but I've seen other people do this. Fabricate stats, mislead customers, violate MLS rules. With AI is a lot of power, and with that power comes responsibility. AI is nothing more than a tool, and you're responsible for it. Well, AI did it. Well, guess what? Who put the prompt in? You did. Who's responsible? You are. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to get off of that quick, but I just thought that was important to throw in here.
I see a big trend also. Online, there's a company going around trying to ask realtors to have AI make cold calls for them, which is 100% illegal.
Yes.
So just to put that out there.
No, thank you. I'm glad you said that. So the AI competitive advantage. What do I want you to do? I want you to beat the competition. Come on, guys, pound them into the ground. Let's do this. Realtors who win will prospect daily. That's not using AI, that's using you. And I always want to go back to that to remind you, that's your number one job. You will build listings, which by building your listings, by building your inventory, you're building your business. But now, once you've done this, you can use AI for speed. You can use it for systems consistently. And you can grow and scale your business because you're not wasting your time on all this other stuff. AI will enhance your prospecting, enhance your listings, enhance the buyer process, and enhance your time management. And I put the courses there where we teach how to do all of these things. This is just the class to teach you for AI. But if you're saying, well, how do I prospect? Well, we'll teach you that in different classes. But use these things. So I challenge you, 30 days. I'm giving you a 30-day AI implementation plan. This week, it's Monday, let's get started today. I want you to learn 10 AI prompts for real estate, or just in general. Well, how do I learn them? Go into AI and say, I'd like to learn 10 AI prompts as someone that's in real estate. Go tell ChatGPT, say, I just want to tell you and give you my entire background and put everything about yourself in there. How many houses you sold, where you work, what your market is, the more it knows about you, it remembers it, it retains it. It'll also grab anything about you online that's out there, and it can help build your story. And then what I want you to do this week is use AI each day for your social media posts. Next week, I want you to build email templates. I want you to load them in your CRM with the appropriate number of days around them. And then I want you to put your clients on them. I also want you to create follow-up scripts from these email templates So you can call people after you've said, you don't do it after every email, but after a couple of emails. See if they had any questions about it or things like that. It'll tell you what to say. Say, can I get a follow-up script to call people after, after every 4 emails or after, every 3 months. Week 3, so 2 weeks from today, I want you to build a 30-day content plan for your website, for your blog, for your social media. Make it all together. And I also want you to create a listing marketing system. You may already have one, but I want you to put everything you have in there, upload the documents, and see if it'll enhance it for you. I bet you it makes it even better than it is. Week 4, automate drip campaigns. So now you got this stuff built. Start automating things. Let it work for you. And I want you to build a chat box or an autoresponder. So that means we're going to be doing that in 3 weeks? On week 4, we'll actually do that as part of our digital mastery class. The digital master commitment. Your commitment counts. I want you to commit to 30 minutes a day right now to learn AI. Let's go in there. You can ask AI to teach you about itself. Start using AI daily, improving your prompts weekly, and staying ahead of your competitors. Guess what? Your competitors, most of them don't even know what this is. The ones that do are using it for bare bones, whatever, or are scared of it and don't use it. And they're not using it regularly. If you're using it every day and you get this a part of your life, it's going to put you ahead of the competition. Technology rewards speed, and this is going to give you speed. Final thought. I open with this thought. AI will not replace realtors. Realtors who use AI will replace realtors who don't, however. Becoming a digital master, and you've taken these 5 classes these last 5 weeks, this is wrapping this all up. It means building systems. It means using these systems to prospect, to get listings, to, when you have a listing, make things flow quickly and easily because those systems are in place. Brand consistency and technology leverage. Congratulations, AI is now a part of your toolbox. You need to get out, you need to use it, and you need to start using it as part of your everyday life.